A little hectic on that end, but back to my 5 years.
Yeah,
we ready?
Are you good?
Yeah. 5 years. In 5 years, I hope to have my doctorate, have gone to all the continents of the world.
Okay. You travel.
Yeah.
I met y'all travel.
Yes. So I've already been to every one except for Africa and Antarctica. So I'm trying to get there. I would like to be married. I think in the next 5 years, I will be 37 then. 38. Yes.
Oh my.
I'm young.
You are, but I would like to at that point, and I think just to see where the Lord will have had me. I'll probably have published my book by then, hopefully.
Yes, that's really
You're
good.
an author.
Yeah, I have a book. It's finished, but it's not finished.
You have to edit it.
I have to finish editing and stuff.
So you're gonna be a best-selling author in 5 years, and I'm gonna own my own store in 5 years.
Yeah,
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where, and then just seeing where God takes me there. I had dreams of wanting to do like speaking engagements and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And
in 5 years, I can see you doing that.
And I think by that time, I will be able to have the platform. The Lord will have had me to be on the platform to be able to speak, and not necessarily preaching, but to just share. I think
to like women or like just in general.
I think it's in general. Like
I can see you doing that.
In general, I think because even in like this, I feel like everything is a stepping stone and a learning process of taking you to the next thing. So you learn. So like my going to public speaking classes and executive leadership and being able to make presentations and all that kind of stuff. I think that's getting me prepared for when I, go out and do those type of things and have those conversations and be on the platform. And it's not necessarily, and the thing is, I don't really necessarily want it to be for money or anything like that. It's just I like it. It's fun for me. That kind of stuff it energizes me.
Yeah.
So
the money will just be extra.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Well, that's good.
What about you?
I wish I could say I had it figured out. Like y'all, like 5 years business, 5 years I'm a mogul.
I don't have it figured out.
No, it's not figured out. It's just
no. I mean, let's even have a plan like that. And I feel like me of a couple years ago, I would have said something, but it probably wouldn't have been like accurate. I think now, I really don't know. 5 years from now, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a 5 year vision.
What about 1 year?
I don't even know, and I'm gonna tell you why. Over this last year, I feel like I've changed a lot.
yes.
So I'm like, it's almost like I'm trying to get my bearings to figure out like, okay, I'm a totally different person than I was a year ago. So I'm saying, okay, if I've grown, like what I want to see out of life is almost completely different than what I used to. Like I always used to think, okay, I used to be pretty bad in the sense of like, I'll be like, you know what? I want me to be good. As long as I'm good, my salvation's secure, I'm going to heaven, I'm it, right? And so now over this last year, I've really seen like if I'm alive, why? If it's not to say, okay, I know about God, who else doesn't know about God? I need to be that example or that light or whatever that is for someone else to. Who are we if we don't plant seeds and grow? If it's just us, we live a singular life and we have nothing to show for it afterwards. So up until this year, like really within this last year, that was not my thought process. So because of that, I feel like I don't have a clear 5 year plan or even maybe 1 year. My birthday's coming up, so maybe I'll plan something to get my next year planned. But it really is because I don't even, I'm almost like, it's almost like not even knowing yourself to a certain extent.
Yes.
Like I'm like literally so different that I'm like, okay, if I've changed that much in 1 year, in another year, I'll be even totally different then. So I'm like, okay. So obviously making the plan, making the vision, making it plain. I definitely do need to do that still. But I'm being honest, like, I don't know. Outside of the fact that at this point, I do know that I need to bear fruit. But I don't know what that is. But I don't know. I don't know.
And when you say bear fruit, you're meaning that now, is it saying now that you need to go and sow seeds, or now you need to actually show the fruit of what you've already sown?
Show the fruit of what I've already sown.
In what area? Like, in what ways?
I don't know. Like, in all areas. Except the fact of the matter is that, if nothing else, like, my past me was, like, really on top of things, organized, like, intention driven, like 1000%. So at this point, I feel like where I am presently, I'm reaping the fruit of those actions, but then also making sure I'm not just resting on the laurels of that fruit, so that I'm planting more seeds faithfully. But I'm in such a transitionary period that I'm like, I don't even know what the next looks like. And I feel like at this point, I would feel like I would have it figured out, because oh gosh, when I was your age, I was like on top of my stuff. Now I'm like, oh gosh, is this a midlife crisis? I don't know, but she's not that old to have a midlife crisis, so whatever.
But no, I understand that, because like when I was your age,
y'all are making me sound so young compared to
22.
You're 22. She's 27.
Yes,
okay, and I'm 33.
Okay.
So we're not too far.
I was getting worried that she was older than you.
No, I
seem like it.
No. But and Troy's what, 24, Troy's 23. Yeah. So we're all. I mean, I'm not 10 years older than Troy. I'm 9 years older than Troy in some months. But but I think that if you're not changing,
yes,
for the better.
Yeah.
I don't want to say change, because you can change for the worse, but if you're not changing for the better or doing something to advance yourself, I think that's where stagnation comes. I don't think that you're being stagnant.
Yeah.
I think that, like you said, the person that you were 6 months ago is not who you are today.
Yeah.
There's growth.
Yeah.
It's just maybe not how you normally used to grow. That's because true. You used to have checkpoints of, oh, I graduated here, or I got this degree, or I got this certification, or I transitioned to this job. Yeah. Whereas now the growth is more internal. Like, I'm not as jaded as I used to be. I don't cry. I mean, I'm a little more sensitive. I'm more sensitive. I'm more sensitive than I used to be. I'm more aware of who God is as a being, and as a person, not as necessarily as this unattainable, invisible thing in the sky. God is actually personable and relational to me, and I think that is something that should be applauded. Not to say that.
Well, I mean, I don't know that.
No, but what I'm saying is that there is growth there, and that the seeds and the things, I do see fruit from that. I see that you are processing things differently. You don't just shut down or close yourself off. True. You are more emotive. You talk more. Those kind of things. Because we used to never know what she was feeling. We used to never know.
See, I'm that way. I don't. I close off. If I'm mad, you're gonna see it on my face, but I'm not gonna talk. Unless I know you, I'm not gonna talk.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not gonna go counselor, just a stranger and tell them how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm closed off.
And why do you think that is?
Ooh, maybe because the people I would say I almost have a wall up when it comes to that. Maybe because the people I've let in before have hurt me. So I'm really I have to I'm protective over myself.
Okay. And so in those moments, so do you have a desire to want to tell people stuff, but you're afraid that if you do, then they'll use it against you?
I would say yes. Like this, I was really intrigued to tell y'all a little bit about my story, because I think it can definitely help people. So I'm very Yeah, I want to tell people like you. I would love to do speaking.
Yeah.
I'm very talkative. So
Yeah.
I would love to get up and like speak and just like talk and just encourage people. So yeah, I would love to talk to people about like my problems and stuff.
Yeah. Your problems that have turned into victories, or problems that you just currently have.
Maybe a little bit of both, because like the problems I have, maybe somebody else is in the same season as me. You know, we can work this out together.
Yeah. That's good.
That's good.
But going back to you, like not figuring it out.
Yes.
I try to tell high schoolers that I see it at work all the time.
Yes.
When like teachers are trying to get them like, you know, get your life together.
Yes.
The way I see it is you're learning and you're developing.
Exactly.
Like as long as you keep learning and developing,
Exactly.
you may be changing.
Exactly.
And that's always the best. And that's why I always tell them, I was like, guess what? You're not going to have it figured out at 18.
Right.
I don't have it figured out now. And I like my dad still doesn't have his stuff figured out at 50. So like,
Right.
Yeah.
so as long as like you're developing, you're learning, and you're like changing and evolving.
Yeah. For the better, like you said.
Yep.
Yeah. As long as I'm not going down the slippery slope the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think as you transition into the different seasons, you see the growth and you see the difference. Because the thing is, like, I don't know Austin prior to when I met him at Glen Haven, but the Austin that I met last year on our trip to Tennessee is not the Austin that sits here today. It's the better Austin that sits here today, because he is more mature. He's been patient. He had just got his truck out there. It's real nice. He got his truck and he had to be patient and wait for that.
you know that.
He wanted that thing, but he was patient. He waited. And he got what he wanted, and he didn't let anybody like talk him out of it. He didn't let anybody talk bad about it. He was like, this is what I want. And I think that is growth. Like, some people would feel like, even in just that, would be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't get this because everybody thinks this is not what I should have, or it's not what they like, or anything like that.
Yeah, I started to feel that way when I was like showing it that, oh, you just got this and this, and I'm like, it's mine. I was like, what 22-year-old has like this,
Yeah.
Right.
without their daddy's money or something?
Right.
Yes.
So, yeah, no, I agree. Like, people were telling me that all the time. I was like, no, this is what I want, not what you want. This is what I want.
Yes.
And you know that because I was talking about it for 8 months
Yes.
until I got it. So
Yeah. And I think that is something that is maturity, because a lot of times people fall to peer pressure and are like, well, I really wanted that, but because everybody says no, then I don't want it anymore. I'm not going to get it. I'll just get something different or do something different because other people think it's not right for me. But it's like, why? If you ask them why, do you not think it is? And they can't give you a good reason other than, oh, that's not what I would do. I'm not you, so why in the world would you think that what my decision has any bearing on your life? It doesn't. And so that was one of the things that I was really, really happy when he got his truck, because I was like, man, he really put in the work. He waited. He was patient. He kept saying, no, this is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I'm getting. And he was happy about his decision, I think, and not like buyer's remorse or nothing like that. It was like, you know what, I made this decision. This is what I want, and I got what I wanted. So that was really cool.
That's good.
Yeah. What about you, Carmen?
What about me? We already did my 5 years.
But no, I mean, like, do you have anything that like you are waiting for, or wanting to, and are the man of God that's coming into your life?
So what I'm hearing is she's single, so guys, go down.
That's not what you're hearing. Don't listen to this. No. Honestly, for me, I feel like I'm really, really wanting to hear from God, listen to Him to direct my path, because I feel like I can do anything. Like I do. Like that may sound like a little like cocky, but I mean, we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us, right?
Confidence.
So I'm just like, I can do anything. It's a matter of where do you want me to be? Like, Lord, what do you want me to be involved in? What do you want me to do? And that's also getting outside of myself, because I can be like, no, that's not the will of God. And it's really just me saying it's not the will of God. So I'm trying to consistently listen to what the Lord is telling me to do, and being faithful in the things that he's telling me to do. That is my desire for myself, like physical things that I want out of life. I'm not really a possessions person. So I don't necessarily want too much stuff. I am considering buying a house though. I really do want to, but there are certain things I want to do. I feel like I want to buy it in cash. And so I'm like, Lord, tell me where you want to move. Me to move. And I know that, like, you'll have what you need. I'll have what I need. So I'm not concerned about it in that way, as long as the Lord is in it, because I know, I'm like, Lord, whatever I get, it's not going to be a burden to me. Like, that's not, I truly believe that's not his desire for my life. I'm not struggling to, have the house and just barely pay for it. So no, I need to sell that other house and then buy. Well, I'm dabbling on that too. I'm trying to decide if I want to start getting into rental properties and things like that. But that's a little bit up in the air. I'm still praying on it. But I really do think that I want to buy a house probably in the next maybe year. I guess it is a year goal. I guess we'll keep talking. I got one, right? So yeah, maybe like within the next year. I don't know though. So I'm just praying about it and saying, Lord, where do you want me to be? And I'll put the offer in. But yeah, that's for me. That's my next thing. If it's going to be something that's like tangible, physical, it would probably be that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
In a year?
Or like tangible?
Tangible, physical, something.
I've really not been wanting things recently, like just like overly wanting things.
What about the Tesla you wanted?
Whoa.
It was something that I wanted in the past. I think last year kind of shifted how I want things. I'm happy with what I have. My car rides very well, and it's
Point A to point B.
Point A to point B, and it does not have a car note. So I am thankful for that. And so because I don't want to go back to a car note right now. I don't want to go back to anything that I don't have cash. Like, I don't want to go into debt for anything like that. My degree, that's been what I'm working towards. That'll be a tangible piece of paper. My only thing with that is I feel like it's gonna be like my master's. When I finished my master's and I was crossing the stage and they were handing me the thing in my hand, and I was like, I thought I would feel happier than this.
Really?
You thought it'd be more,
Yeah. I thought it was going to be more excitement, and it was like, yay, I did it. No,
and
it's
then,
done.
Yeah, here you go. On to the real world.
Yeah. Yeah. It was not what I was expecting. So I'm kind of worried that that's what that's going to be.
Is it because you hyped it up?
No.
Because I know when I got mine, I was just like,
I didn't hype it up.
When we hype stuff up, we're like, man,
right.
It may be like a movie, man. It's gonna be like that's it,
and
like,
it doesn't meet the expectation.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't know. So that's one of the things I'm kind of nervous about, is that when I get my degree, I almost felt bereft because I put so much work in it, and it was like, now this thing is gone from me. And all I have to show for is this piece of paper that really hasn't really done much, other than I have this piece of paper that sits on, that I paid a lot of money for. And I'm nervous that will be the same thing as, like, I put in all of this work and everything, and now what else is there for me to do? Because also when whenever I finish school, I always feel like I'm missing something.
Because of the time it takes up?
No. I don't know. Have you ever read a book and then just been sad because the book ended?
yes.
Well, y'all are the special people, because I'm like,
I'm like, that was a great ending. Or like the same like thing with a movie. Like the movie's done and you're like, it could be another one.
Yes. you feel like there's a yearning for something more. That is what I'm talking about. Like when I finish school, or
I feel like then what you can do is just, pray to God for him to, fill that void with something good. Feel that, like, when you get done with school and everything, it's, that time you'd be doing for school, maybe it's, influencing kids or women, across the country or something like that, being a big motivational speaker. I feel like you can be. So I feel like, that's what God could have you doing.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'll be applying Chick-fil-A sandwiches at every event.
Yeah, y'all have a
I
big-
need to talk to you then. I have an event. No, seriously though. But yeah, I just thinking about that. That was one of the things. But yeah, that's probably the only thing that I have in the tangible in the next year or so that I've been thinking about.
in a year. Okay. So Austin, what about you? You got your truck.
That's one thing. So the truck, everybody was like, "Oh, you bought the truck, now you're broke." That's one thing I was like really smart with. I saved up, but also I didn't go like too shiny of a truck or too big of a truck to like be broke. So the next goal was just to pay it off, which I'm already halfway through. I finished paying it off, and then trying to get my apartment or house.
Yeah.
Because once I get done paying it off, I'll probably be able to get an apartment, but then I'll be in the program. It's called LGP, the Leadership Development Program for Chick-fil-A, to where I can go out across the country.
Yeah.
That's something I love to do. Is they call them grand openings. Go to brand new stores and open them up. Something I love. I've been to 3.
Oh wow.
Brand new ones. So I love doing those.
Well, that's good.
So that's probably an apartment or a house. I don't really want an apartment. Probably a house.
Yeah.
So you want a house, not an apartment?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want something like mine.
Yeah. You can like own it.
I can do my thing with it. Like,
Yeah.
like, if I got a backyard, I can put a fire pit back there. I don't have to call my landlord and say, "Hey, can I do this?"
Yeah.
So yeah, probably a house.
Good.
After I get done paying everything off.
Yeah, that's really good. We got some nice stuff coming up in the year. We'll check back in the year's time.
Troy, I know you over there in the corner, hot about it. But you can come stick your head over here and
Out of control.
but if people can hear you, what about for you, like 1 to 5? I know you don't like to think that long, but like 1 year, what are you thinking?
What's a tangible?
He's just like me. He doesn't want to think.
What's one
tangible thing, even if it's not like in 5 years I see myself.
Y'all know I always said I wanted a studio space, all
Yeah.
these different things. Now I feel like I don't even have to have it. Like
Studio
there's
space.
something in me that's just like at one point it was like I need this thing, like this is something that I want so bad. Now it's just like I'm okay. Like I feel like there's a lot of like things that I have to like work myself up to within this year. Because there's a lot of things that I have to do within this year.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, Lord, work it out.
Yeah.
There's so many things that have to come in this year for me to go where I want to be after the year is up.
So but those aren't tangible things that you have to do.
So you don't have any tangible items like you already got a new car. You
Camera. You could get your what is that Ford you want?
Huh?
What's the car you want? The Bronco.
That seems like a future thing. I want a Ford Bronco. I want to
They're nice.
raised.
They're nice.
Yes, they're really nice. And I kind of want. I just think that's like my dream car. Y'all know I like said I want like before it was like a Toyota LJ Cruiser for the longest period of time, but then I was like, nah, I don't want that. So I want the Ford Bronco. I don't want a Jeep. Like that's one thing I don't want a Jeep, but that's something that I think in the future.
Yeah.
I'll do.
okay?
So we'll see Troy in a Bronco. Austin in the house. You with your degree. Me.
Wait,
In a house. Not even.
Troy said, "Hold on, wait a minute."
I have to make some stuff shake.
Well, hey, I got you, Troy. Look, Troy's the best photographer probably in the state of Georgia, I know. So if anybody ever needs pictures or anything, hit Troy up. Seriously. Troy did my, and he did some major work because it takes a lot to make me look good. So Troy seriously is the best photographer I know. So if y'all ever need anything, go hit Troy up for photography.
Yeah.
Listen to him, people.
Listen, he does. He gets you out in there looking like a model.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But y'all are just photogenic people.
Oh, stop it.
You say that, but
Hey.
I've seen so many pictures where that's not the case.
Also, I'm trying to help you get your Bronco. Come on.
He's like, Troy, you could give in both your cars.
And then get what?
How many cars?
You still have to.
And then he's have to pay the full
I paid
price of
off
the Bronco.
First car.
How many cars you got?
He has 2 cars.
I have 2.
You're
The
rich.
one carries all of my photography equipment to everything, and then the other one is like it's great on gas mileage and it can park anywhere.
A Bronco can too.
You can have 1 for 2.
You can have the best of both worlds.
Oh man, that's just funny.
Thanks for watching our latest video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.